Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at, the Extreme AGL versus Super Strength ESPR. So that is the Extreme Super Battle Road stage. We're going to be taking a look and we're going to see just how difficult it is to not item it. Now in terms of units, we are going to be using the 150% support type lead of General Rildo, just because I thought it would be pretty fun to use him, as he's one of the type leads that I do actually have. Since they're easy A's, the type leads have obviously been pretty useful and pretty successful, so I will say they are obviously pretty cool and pretty helpful. Now alongside that as well, of course we have some pretty big hitters. We've got AGL Turles, a great unit who's a good support for all extreme type units, providing defense and providing attack buffs, especially against obviously the powers of superclass units. He provides quite a few sizable buffs. Then of course as well, we also have the really good kind of facility of having essentially the LR, Nappa and Vegeta. Again, another really cool unit that just tends to kind of do some really cool stuff and really just be super duper helpful ultimately at the end of the day. So I do think that's really cool and obviously really quite helpful overall. Big damage, good AoE damage, the ability to stun, all really nice stuff that at the end of the day is always super duper helpful. Aside from that, honestly speaking, team pretty functional. Martian Vegeta there for some AoE damage, not necessarily the best extreme AGL unit, but I really like using him, and I think this is one of the stages where he can shine, which I think is always quite fun for me, just to be able to use him. Then we have the AGL, then we have the AGL Golden Frieza, the LR, and just in general, having a great time. Really tanky unit, really awesome unit, really strong, super duper powerful, and just again, really nice and tanky to use. And ultimately at the end of the day, a pretty solid unit altogether. Again, not necessarily a unit that's going to thrive in the ESPR, because he's one of those units that wants to get hit, he wants to fire off attacks, but he is solid and he will still bring a lot to the table. So that is something that's really cool and also quite helpful. Ultimately at the end of the day, Extreme AGL's got enough really to deal with most situations that face it. So I think overall the units that are at play are for the most part quite solid. I think you can always make a couple tweaks. I think AGL Metal Cooler is a pretty good choice, a really solid option. Super 17 is also not too bad, but he does take a little bit to get going. You also have the Hellfighter 17, you have the AGL Omega Shenron. You have quite a few interesting options to choose from. It's just that not necessarily the most diverse team. Remember, extreme units tend to struggle to link together, and that's usually your biggest problem that faces you when you're trying to run teams of extreme units and build teams of extreme units. It's understanding those links, using those links, and having those links function in a solid and stable kind of foundation. So it is challenging, but of course it is worth it, and it is a lot of fun trying to get them to all kind of come together. To do that, we do bring the LR AGL 17 and 18 LR, a really cool LR that helps us a lot with key support. Again, just helping to be the glue that kind of binds the team together. I think ultimately these kind of supports are integral to giving Extreme AGL and a lot of extreme teams, especially ones that are so mixed bag, some kind of synergy, foundational synergy, and just coherence as a team. Ultimately, though, I do really enjoy this, and I think for me, looking at kind of the team in general, I think it worked quite well. I wasn't disappointed. I was quite happy. I was, at the end of the day, very impressed with this team and its ultimate foundation. With that being said, you can of course build the team however you want. Maybe you have a better build than me. Maybe you have a better alternative than me. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I love hearing teams and different builds and people's thoughts and opinions because it makes it interesting. So let me know what you think, what kind of team you would build. But yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, that's basically going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Bye.